I do know that the Nintendo YouTube page that I was looking at just apparently crashed. So that's kind of weird. Try to get the quality up a bit. I'd be down for Mario Odyssey DLC. That would be great. Okay, so here's what's going on. I'm not going to talk too much. I try to keep it to a minimum because, you know, you could always just watch this without any commentary if you watch it on your own. And in my case, I'm just going to try to give a couple reactions, a couple thoughts, a couple dumb jokes, and then we'll talk about it when it's over. So I have Animal Crossing cards in my hand right now, okay? And I'm going to shuffle them. I'm going to pick one at random, and that will be the new character confirmed for Smash. Okay, ready? An error occurred. Okay. Chops is the new character. I've had issues doing the Nintendo Twitch for Directs in the past, so I'll try that. And I'll keep the YouTube link on hand. So if there's any problems with my streaming of this, blame Nintendo. Keep them expectations tempered. And remember, if you hear Banjo-Kazooie music, it's not me. It's real. I'm not doing anything. Here we go. Nintendo Direct. September 13th, 1 year later. We start with Reggie or a trailer? Okay, we begin with Smoke. It's a 3DS title. It is Luigi's Mansion. Oh wait, no, this doesn't look like 3DS. Unless it's got really good visuals. Oh, yes! Yes! Already! You won, Nintendo. Good job.
Hello everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct.
Yes.
As you just saw, we kick things off with a new reveal, and I'm pleased to confirm that Luigi's next spooky adventure is in development for Nintendo Switch. We have a lot to say about the game, but we'll have to save that for another time.
Okay. That's a good reveal.
Let's cover some upcoming games for Nintendo 3DS. Please take a look.
Please take a look. I will take a look.
The pink puffball gets crafty again.
Oh, another Kirb?
The 2010 Wii game Kirby's Epic Yarn is warping to Nintendo 3DS.
Nah, I'm good.
In Patchland,
I knew it. Listen,
practically everything, from
fucking knew
enemies
it.
to obstacles to who knows what else, is entirely made of yarn. Even robots, somehow. And to beat courses made of yarn, you gotta use moves made of yarn. Every stage from the Wii version is making a return. And the Nintendo 3DS version is also being puffed up with some new features.
This is like Bab Game Extreme. I never played it.
Bigger yarn balls.
I didn't want to.
You can even conjure up some wind to rake in the beads. For a little added challenge, see if you can outrun this speed demon of a devil in devilish mode. To top it off, new minigames will give you a chance to play as some other familiar faces.
I knew we were going to get some
Epic Yarn
ports.
launches exclusively for Nintendo 3DS in 2019.
It makes sense that they would do ports to the 3DS.
Bowser Jr., destined for greatness? The Mushroom Kingdom has a bad case of the Blorbs, and the only ones who can save it are Mario, Luigi,
Oh, right.
Bowser? It can only be Mario and Luigi Bowser's inside story. There's another side to every story, even this one. Now you can go on Bowser Jr.'s journey as well. In his new adventure, Bowser Jr. sets off to find his own remedy for the Blorbs. But thanks to his signature selfishness, he ends up causing more problems than he cures. Better gather some allies and build up your very own army. Create your own formations, support allies with an arsenal of moves, and
Okay.
conquer the chaos in every action-packed battle.
It's a bonus.
Is Bowser Jr. destined for glorious kingship like his papa? Mario & Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey releases on Nintendo 3DS January 11th.
One day I'll stream Bowser's Inside Story. I don't know if it'll be the original or that one.
Ghost with Luigi and a second player?
Yeah, I
While
kind
you're
of felt
waiting
like that
for
was
the
going to
new
happen.
game on Nintendo Switch, don't forget that the original Luigi's Mansion is coming to Nintendo 3DS. That comedically spooky vibe that fans remember is intact, even when you're playing the new 2-player mode making its debut in the Nintendo 3DS
Luigi
version.
and Green Luigi.
If you and another player each own the game, one of you can play as this even greener guy as you explore the mansion together.
Pink, gold,
if only
peach
one
plus
of you
Green
has the
Luigi
game,
confirmed.
You can still play boss battles together in the gallery using download play on your Nintendo 3DS systems. Oh yeah, in Professor Egad's lab, you can tap select amiibo figures to surprising results, like revealing hidden boos, or healing Luigi when he talks to Toad.
And decreasing
Each
your
of the
frame
4
rate even
compatible
further.
amiibo has a different effect. Luigi's Mansion will haunt Nintendo 3DS on October 12th, just in time for Halloween.
Luigi is a lush confirmed, drinking hidden
Yokai Watch
booze.
Blasters is out now, with even more free content coming later. Whether your allegiance is with the Red Cat Corps or the White Dog Squad,
I don't know what this
Yokai
is.
Watch Blasters will let you team up with friends to tackle the most action-packed battles in the series yet. Soon after launch, you'll have another way to squad up.
I sleep.
You won't want to miss the free software update on September 27th, which adds the Moon Rabbit Crew version to the title screen. This additional content boasts new bonuses for linking save data between Red Cat Corps and White Dog Squad, as well as new missions, new areas to explore, new yokai to befriend, and new Big Boss yokai.
Big boss confirmed. What?
Why, you ask? You know why. And if you don't, now's the perfect time to become a fan. Yokai Watch Blasters is out now. And don't forget about the Moon Rabbit Crew update.
Okay.
That's all the headlines for Nintendo 3DS.
See, that's good. Get him out of the way. 5 minutes.
いかがでしたか
Ports.
How's it going?
Stuff.
Well,
ここからは
from
I
here,
awake.
let's focus on Nintendo Switch titles. Please take a look.
Oh, I'm ready. Give me them
It's
things.
Geekopolis news time.
I think this was confirmed. So new maps and weapons, I guess? Battle Royale? No, it's not happening. What is it? What? The fuck is this music? Okay. What does 100x mean? It's a long trailer for a lot of non-information. Well, I guess we get some new specials.
It is me, Psycho Mantis.
I mean, I don't keep up with this game. I do a little bit. Obviously, I played through the expansion, and, you know, I played a little bit after that, but I don't know, really. I don't know.
Everyone's favorite blue robot makes his triumphant return in Mega Man 11. Marking the 30th anniversary of the iconic series, this brand new game is gunning for greatness on
Demo
Nintendo
launching
Switch.
today.
Jump, slide, and shoot through each of the colorful, challenging stages, and try to take down a gallery of deadly bosses like the formidable Bounce Man.
I mean, last
In
week.
timeless fashion, You must defeat the 8 robot masters.
Hey,
with
the
each
demo
of
was
their
actually
special
pretty good.
weapons.
I really enjoyed it.
The technological miracle of the new double gear system makes for a fresh take on the series' satisfying platforming action. Move so fast that time slows down around
It just
you.
looks a little bit butt.
Temporarily enhance your weapons and show them who the real boss is when you need to most. Mega Man 11 also supports the Mega Man amiibo figures. You can tap one each day to receive E-tanks and other useful in-game items.
Oh.
Mega Man 11 will be ready to rock October 2nd.
All right.
Mario Tennis Aces, further refined in new update.
They've been actually really
Some
working on
popular
this.
characters are joining the roster.
There's a lot of
the
issues.
adorable all-around ace, Birdo. The sharpshooting specialist, Shy Guy.
They made this a more pleasurable
The proud
experience.
high flyer, Koopa Paratroopa. And the big boss with no racket, Petey Piranha.
Damn, son.
These Mushroom Kingdom greats can be acquired by playing online. And we'll keep adding more until next June.
A lot of big boss. Is it a tease for later?
There will even be a new
Big
mode
boss
called
confirmed?
Co-op Challenge. It'll let you participate in online co-op missions that are only available for a limited time. Complete the objectives while these missions are active,
And
you'll
unlock
receive
hats.
special outfits, characters with alternate color schemes, and more. We'll continue serving up new content for the game in the future.
I enjoyed it.
Version 2 update for Mario Tennis Aces will be available September 19th.
I don't think I would go back to it, though. Not anytime soon.
These arcade classics are back in action. Back in the day, Capcom lit up the arcades with some classic beat-em-up action games. And guess what? The good old days are back.
On
Final
virtual
Fight,
cons. Oh, wait, no. Wait.
King of Dragons, Captain Commando, Knights of the Round, and Warriors of Fate are making a comeback.
I have not played
And
any
so
of
are
those.
These first-time home console releases. Armored Warriors and Battle Circuit are joining the fight for
Get
a
to ride
total
a
of 7
pink
games.
ostrich.
If you each have a Joy-Con controller, up to 4 players can beat them up together. Aspiring Bash Buddies can even take the fight online this time.
Which character is going to die during the Smash
Pretty soon,
announcement later?
You'll be able to play with other Capcom fans from around the world.
That's what I want to know.
Because Capcom Beat 'em Up Bundle will be ready for action on Nintendo eShop September 18th.
Wario's dead. Get rid of him. Don't
New
need
Super
him.
Mario Bros. U is
I
getting
knew
the
it.
deluxe treatment,
Fucking knew it.
which means it's time to take down Bowser and his Koopaling invasion in the tried and true side-scroller headed to Nintendo Switch.
Does it have online?
Mario, Luigi, and Toad are all here.
And
if
other
that's not
Toad.
enough, Nabbit and Toadette are joining in the fun as well. Nabbit doesn't take damage from enemies, which can really come in handy.
Hello, my name
And
is
if Toadette
Babbitt.
powers up with a Super Crown, ta-da! She transforms into Peachette.
What?
Peachette can double jump,
What?
float slowly during free fall, and get a boost back up if she falls into a pit. Luigi's first starring role in a platforming adventure, New Super Luigi U,
Thick
is
Weege.
getting the deluxe treatment too.
Where's Green
It comes
Luigi?
free of charge. A single Joy-Con controller is all a player needs, and up to 4 players can join in together, anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, it just felt obvious. Just library padding.
New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe comes down the pipe January 11th.
No online. Okay, then.
Nintendo Switch is ready to roll. Are you?
Katamari Damacy. Really?
It can only be Katamari Damacy, remastered in HD. That naughty king of all cosmos has made a mess, as he does, and now you better take control of the prince here. And roll. Just roll and roll. All over the place. And all over stuff. Until
Okay.
the gradually growing mass towers over buildings. The clump, or Katamari you roll, will shine on as a beautiful star in the sky. On Nintendo Switch, you can enjoy the game's new gyro controls.
No, I
HD
won't enjoy
Rumble.
those.
And even multiplayer battles by each using a Joy-Con controller.
I do want this, though.
Roll it till you reach the stars, anytime, anywhere. Katamari Damacy Reroll will launch winter 2018.
Okay, this year. That's a good one. I'm in.
Next,
I'll stream
we
it.
have some more news for you. We've announced some details about Nintendo's new service called Nintendo Switch Online, including the launch date. You won't have to wait long. The service will begin September 18th.
Give us more money.
We prepared a
For
video
old
to
rope.
show you what's offered with your Nintendo Switch Online membership.
But we lost
So
it.
please take a look.
More games, more features, more fun. Nintendo Switch Online.
Okay.
Allow us to introduce 5 features included with your membership.
All right.
Of course, you can play compatible games together online, even when you're far apart.
Yeah, we can do that now.
Compete against players the world over.
Uh-huh.
Or team up for some great co-op action. There are so
Gee,
many
that Mario
ways to
looked
have
really
fun.
weird.
A variety of games are supported. So find your favorites and take them online. You can even play classic NES games, anytime, anywhere on Nintendo Switch. Get lost in the gameplay, whether you're the boss or the little monster. For multiplayer games, each player can grab a Joy-Con controller,
No.
so both of you can share in the fun.
No, I'm good. I don't want to
NES
play
games
Ice
can also
Climber.
be played online. As they say, playing together long distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Dr. Mario Online is cool.
Look forward to a growing library of NES games.
Wow.
Luigi knows that no matter how careful you try to be, something unexpected can happen.
I thought Luigi was dead.
Accidents can cause your precious save data to disappear.
Yes, I'll pay for it.
But help is on the way. With Nintendo Switch Online, game save data is automatically backed up in the cloud. Even if your console breaks, your save data will be safe from harm.
I mean, this is long overdue. No, we don't want smartphone app.
Nintendo
We're good.
Switch Online
Oh.
also connects with the smartphone app. With this app, you can voice chat with friends while playing certain games.
You suck, bro.
Backseat players can
Let's play
also join
Fortnite
in the
instead.
conversation. That way, everyone's having fun.
Hawk is huge.
The service even has the ability to enhance certain games by connecting with them, like Splatnet 2.
I'll be honest, I've never used that feature. I don't know why they're
Members
advertising
will
it.
also receive special offers.
All right.
What are they?
Yeah.
We'll have more to announce in the future.
We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
More
Sorry.
games, more features, more fun. Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah, no. No, that
The service
is
begins September 18th.
nothing.
Think about which plan is right for you. If your family has 2 or more accounts, you can save some money with the family membership.
I mean, yeah, $20 a year is cheap enough compared to the other
How's it look?
guys, but still.
Well, we have one more thing we'd like to introduce. This Nintendo Entertainment System style controller works with NES games on Nintendo Switch. This one here is the left NES controller, and this is the right NES controller. We created them so you can play NES games like the ones you saw in the video, just like old school gamers did back in the day. Please enjoy them with Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh shit, Yoshi reveal?
These controllers wirelessly connect with Nintendo Switch, and you can charge them by simply attaching them to the console.
Alright, that's kind of cool. Very
We hope
ugly.
You'll enjoy using these controllers to play this growing library of classic NES games.
I guess it's neat.
For more details
I'm not-
about Nintendo Switch
good.
Online, please
No, I'm
check
good.
the official Nintendo website.
I have the... Yeah,
Now,
I'm good.
let's get back to some more Nintendo Switch games.
60's a lot. Buy an NES
Your
Classic
partner
for a little
Pokemon
bit
is
more than that.
amazing. Get ready to set off on a Kanto region adventure with your very own partner Pokemon in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Today, we want to share a couple things that you and your partner can enjoy in the upcoming game. During your adventure, you'll occasionally come across obstacles blocking your path. When you do, you can rely on a secret technique to get past them.
Secret technique.
Techniques are special skills that only your partner Pikachu or Eevee can use in the wild. Use them to chop down trees that stand in your way, travel across water, or soar into the sky.
And only Luigi's Mansion 3 really.
Furthermore, only
Really
your
got
partner
me.
Pikachu or Eevee can learn certain powerful moves for use in battle. Plus, if you pet your partner while your Nintendo Switch is in handheld mode, you can change your partner's hairstyle, depending on how you use the touchscreen to pet it. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee will launch on November 16th.
Like I said, I'll be
alongside
streaming
the
it
Pokeball Plus accessory.
a little bit.
Also, look for 2 new bundles that will include a Nintendo Switch system with Pikachu and
Some of
Eevee-style
it.
Joy-Con controllers, one of these 2 Pokemon adventures, and the Pokeball Plus accessory. The gates to the burning hells will
Yeah.
open on Nintendo Switch. Of course, we're talking
Return
about Diablo
to 6
3,
years ago.
the dark fantasy adventure that may just consume your life both inside and outside the game world. From the high heavens to the burning hells, you'll explore the full story and the deadly world of Sanctuary.
Did you say
From
hell?
loot-filled bounties and
How
rifts
dare you,
to
Nintendo.
randomized dungeons with even greater spoils. Play as a demon hunter, barbarian, crusader, necromancer, witch doctor, monk,
Which
or wizard.
witch doctor?
With up
Which
to
one?
3 friends online,
Proctologist?
offline via local co-op, or on a
Podiatrist?
single console couch co-op style. You can even suit up in this Nintendo Switch exclusive transmog armor fit for the king of
So
evil,
sorry.
Ganondorf. All amiibo figures are compatible, allowing you to summon a group of challenging enemies overflowing with sparkling goodies. Diablo 3 Eternal Collection invades Nintendo Switch on November 2nd.
I'm not double dipping. I played enough Diablo 3. I'm good.
We're making this party super.
Super!
We've souped up the Mario Party
I'm actually
series
really
with
looking
new
forward to
types
this.
of gameplay on Nintendo Switch. Shake the Joy-Con controller and get your body grooving in Soundstage.
Never mind.
Or dive into the series' first 4-player co-op mode, River Survival. Bet you've never played anything like Toad's Rec Room, which cleverly connects 2 systems. Of course, the 4-player board game mode that fans love is back and full of new features. By rolling character-specific
Like Wario
dice
dying.
blocks with alternate numberings, you can make a game-changing comeback.
You got a star.
Every last minigame is brand new, all 80 of them. For a party of 1, check out the new single-player modes. You could play through a series of minigames to complete specific tasks on Challenge Road. Compete against players around the world in the online Mario-thon minigame mode, and more.
That's good.
The festivities begin when Super Mario Party launches October 5th.
Yeah. It looks like a return to form for the series. I hope.
A new story in a village with a secret to hide. Game Freak presents a brand new RPG. The story is set in a small village. Under
There's
the protection
freaks, there's
of a great
geeks.
castle, the settlement enjoyed lasting peace. That is, until the sudden appearance of monsters.
The monsters.
Indeed, the entire story takes place in this one single village.
What if they're just
Take
misunderstood?
up arms against invading monsters and strategically select from a variety of battle commands. When the situation calls for it, enlist the aid of fellow villagers to surmount powerful threats. What secret does the village harbor? Find out when Town releases in
Generic
2019.
tale. I mean, town.
Develop a city anytime,
Nice.
anywhere.
That's a good port.
The critically acclaimed city-building game Cities Skylines is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Oof, those are some rough frames.
Means
Oof.
there's a city in need of a new mayor. You.
Oof.
And you've got some real moving and shaking to do if you want to improve quality of life, energize
How about
businesses,
quality of
and
visuals?
stimulate growth. Whether you're investing in roads and power lines, public facilities, or transportation services. How the city develops is totally up to you. You're kind of a big deal. But in this game, sometimes it's the small
Looks like
details
Lego.
that stand out most. You can watch over every single citizen's movements. What's more, both previously released downloadable content packs After Dark and Snowfall are included in the Nintendo Switch version. Flex your mayoral might at home or on the go.
It's
when Cities
available today.
Skylines launches today on Nintendo eShop.
Who wants to take the hit and check it out?
A tale of belief, blood, and steel. The moon has fallen. Now, the world and its inhabitants are on the brink of extinction in Daemon Ex Machina. As a mercenary, you'll pilot a powered suit called
I mean, they
an
showed this at
Arsenal
E3. I
to
thought it
face
looked
down
kinda
runaway
cool.
AI. As you defeat enemies during combat, you'll acquire their weapons and parts, which you can equip on the fly. If you haul acquired weapons back to the base, they're added to your personal armory for use in future missions. Each arsenal can be equipped with multiple weapons. By changing between projectile and melee attacks, you can adapt your weaponry to the situation at hand and gain the advantage for your side of the war. At any time during battle, you can exit your arsenal to explore the field on foot. You can make enhancements to strengthen your human form, and your arsenal's abilities will be augmented as well.
Arsenal gear.
Up to 4 players can join forces in online co-op to take down massive bosses.
I'm not usually a big robot guy, but this does look
Daemon X Machina
pretty
launches
alright.
in 2019. A big adventure in a miniature world of crafts. In a world made of stuff like boxes and paper cups, Yoshi will leap up high, gobble enemies, and hustle on by.
So here's Yoshi finally.
Many unusual obstacles litter the landscape. A well-placed egg could open a new pathway. You could turn the stage on its head, or flip the perspective. Explore every nook and cranny to track down hidden collectibles and make it to the goal. Along the way... Wait, what? You can play the course backwards? Guess
Okay.
a change in outlook really can show you a whole different side of the world. The flip side.
Flippin'.
Know any would-be Yoshis? Then pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend. There's plenty to love on all sides of this crafty world.
It looks good.
Right, Yoshi?
Yoshi's Woolly World was surprisingly great. So,
Yoshi's Crafted World
I'm in.
releases in spring 2019.
can evade tax and stuff.
Tabletop gaming is a perfect fit for Nintendo Switch. And to prove it, Asmodee Digital, a leader in card and board games, is bringing full adaptations of best-selling tabletop games to the system. Build a medieval world in a full adaptation of the award-winning Carcassonne, complete with 3D maps, solo mode, 4-player local multiplayer, and the game's famous expansions available as paid DLC.
Oh,
Whether you play alone or alongside a second player, forge a powerful deck and a fellowship of 3 to face the forces of Sauron in each story-driven quest of The Lord of the Rings: The Living Card Game.
Sauron?
Stop the spread of 4 diseases and cure them all on your own or in local 4-player multiplayer with Pandemic. Plus, it's individually priced DLC based on popular expansions. Thanks to Asmodee, this is just the beginning for
I'm
tabletop
not the
gaming
tar-
on Nintendo
I'm not the target
Switch.
market for this.
In addition to these titles, we can also confirm that even more is on the way, including one of the most popular board games ever, Catan, and a dungeon crawler based on Steve Jackson's iconic card game, Munchkin. Stay tuned.
I'm sure there are people who love that announcement. I'm
All great creations, even nations, begin with a spark.
Civ. Again, not the target market for this, but I heard Civ 6 was coming to the Switch, so this is probably that. Civ 6 frames per second.
Hold an empire in the palm of your hands
Oh no, it's got
and
frame
turn
rates.
friends into the Power Elite with exclusive 4-player local multiplayer.
Looks better optimized than
Civilization 6
Cities.
ushers in a new world on Nintendo Switch November 16th.
Not bad. Looks
Don't get too cocky, Star Fox. Playtime is over in Starlink.
I read that as stank.
This
Link.
interplanetary adventure will push you and Fox McCloud to your limits.
Let's be honest here. You guys need all the help you can get.
Peppy, Falco,
What,
and
Ubisoft
Slippy will
selling their
provide
title?
much-needed backup in the new Nintendo Switch exclusive missions found only in Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Star Fox, form up on me.
Falco here. I got you covered.
It's time to lock on, do a barrel roll, and save the Atlas star system. No matter who threatens to stop
Listen, I said this before. I am cautiously optimistic about this.
Never thought I'd miss the food on Corneria.
Mix and match parts on your own R-Wing when Starlink Battle for Atlas takes flight October 16.
I might check it out. I might. Might.
2 more great RPGs are coming to Nintendo Switch this fall. The World Ends With You Final Remix features an all-new story segment called A New Day, which contains a remixed map of Shibuya, so you'll really have to scramble to escape the area or face erasure. New monsters will appear as well, and so will the Reaper, Coco. The World Ends With You Final Remix launches October 12th. Before then, guide a group of legendary warriors on a journey through the tragic history that doomed a kingdom and drove a hero down a dark path 500 years before the events of the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 game. Defend yourself from Malos and his forces using all the fury of this refined battle system, allowing you to fight as both the artificial life forms known as blades and their masters, the drivers. Newcomers will have the perfect place to start when Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, the Golden Country, launches September 21st.
Can they just name a character Robertsons?
Owners of the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 expansion pass can download this new content tomorrow. That's a week early. There's tons in store on Nintendo Switch, and even more in store for the future. Join more than 38 million players for free-to-play co-op Space Ninja action when Warframe launches November 20th. Get down to Camila Cabello, Bruno Mars, Cardi B, and more anytime, anywhere in Just Dance 2019 on October 23rd. FIFA 19 is fast approaching, and you can pre-purchase it on
Lootbox
Nintendo
19
eShop tomorrow, so you won't miss the ball when it launches September 28th. Speaking of fast, race as a team and win as a team in Team Sonic Racing, launching this winter. The highest-rated basketball simulation franchise is back. NBA 2K19 is available now on Nintendo Switch. And get ready to jam in the sequel to the smash hit NBA arcade game, NBA 2K Playground 2.
Chippy basketball
Coming this
characters.
fall. Play as the Joker, Harley, Lex Luthor, and the rest of the best of the worst in the all-new LEGO DC Supervillains on October 16th.
Where is it?
Final Fantasy comes to Nintendo Switch. Kupo!
Yeah, Crystal Chronicles. This was already revealed last week. Which, also, I think these frame rates are
15
Twitch.
years after its debut, the
'Cause
co-op
this
action
looked
RPG
better
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles
on YouTube.
is being remastered for Nintendo Switch. With the new online multiplayer mode, you and your friends can connect and adventure together.
maybe I'll finally
no
beat
link
this
cable
game.
required. On top of that, there are new areas inside dungeons, so even returning fans can explore the unknown.
By the way, this
Fantasy
game was
Crystal
awesome.
Chronicles Remastered Edition will launch in 2019. Way before then, players can experience the entire world and story of the latest entry in the core series. That's right. Final Fantasy XV Pocket Edition HD launches later today on Nintendo eShop
It's like
at an introductory
if
price.
an ass came to life and had an art style.
I was just having a bad dream.
A leveled up version of World of Final Fantasy
Zach?
is also on the way.
Zach, why are
This title
you?
includes a new feature called Avatar Change,
Why are you that small?
which allows you to transform into legendary characters from across the series' storied history.
Pop vinyl figures come to life, everybody.
Many fan favorites will show up in the world of Final Fantasy Maxima when it releases on November 6th. In addition, more Chocobo's Dungeon is on the way. 2007's Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo's Dungeon returns in
This is
superior
good, right?
fashion.
This is a good
Now,
one.
you can befriend all the monsters. Also, by sharing Joy-Con controllers, you can play cooperatively as well. Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon, Everybody, launches this winter.
Everybody.
Final Fantasy XII is coming to a Nintendo system for the first time.
Oh, no
its
shit.
real-time battle system is a standout in the series, offering the ultimate in both freedom and strategy. This remaster comes loaded with a host of extra features, including a speed mode that lets you pick up the pace of your adventure. There's much to discover in the expansive world of Ivalice.
You know, I've never
Now
played
you can
this one.
explore it on the couch or on the go. Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age launches in 2019.
Maybe I will.
Which reminds me. Later on,
Oh.
You'll also be able to enjoy these other classics.
Wait, what? Really?
And their iconic scenes, anytime,
Didn't
anywhere.
I talk about this last night?
Final Fantasy VII, 9, and 10/2 HD Remaster are coming to Nintendo Switch
That's
in
cool.
2019.
Where's 8? Forgotten bastard stepchild of
Here's
the
a bundle
franchise.
for the ultimate fan.
8's good.
If you love the Super Smash Bros. Series, check this thing out.
I mean, 9's the best, though. I'm just saying.
A hardware bundle for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is on the way. This specially designed dock features fighters
Wow,
from the
it's a
original
sticker.
Super Smash Bros. Game. And of course, the set also includes a download code for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There's no better way to show your love for the game. And
How
the
about-
set also packs in something you'll want to get your hands on.
It's an amiibo. Oh, it's this.
These Joy-Con controllers
Wow.
sport a new design as well. This Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Bundle for Nintendo Switch will launch November 2nd. You can pre-order the special bundle later today.
Who's gonna
November
play
2nd
Smash
is
with
also
that?
the day you can get your own GameCube controller adapter and GameCube Controller Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Edition while supplies last.
It's got 2
That's
lines.
all the headlines for Nintendo Switch.
You'll love it. 2 lines.
Still going well? Thank you all for watching. We have a bit more to show you. So, please stick around until the very end.
Okay. Give me that Animal Crossing. Give me them Smash characters. Yeah, yeah! I did it! Not actual gameplay footage? It's Smash, isn't it? Yep, it's Smash. I told you! I fucking memed Isabelle into Smash Brothers. I had nothing to do with this. Jesus Christ. I don't see Isabelle wielding an axe. I think it's an original character. I don't think it's an Echo Fighter. Luigi, you're a pelican! Isabelle gets the invite while Luigi left in a dank, fucking dirty, garlicky dungeon. Who wanted Isabelle in Smash? I mean, I'm okay with it. Jesus. This is, what a weird fucking year. This current year. Yeah, this is not an Echo Fighter. How come no one died? I thought Wario was gonna get fucking killed. Yeah, that's how I feel when no Animal Crossing announcement. Wait a minute. Wait, is this gonna transition into an announcement? Don't do this to me. Do this to me. Wait a minute. Happy Home Designer 2! Animal Prison. Yes! It's real. Mario, it's real. We did it. The summoning circle worked. I can't believe it. Meme magic is real, everybody. I mean, it'll be banned soon, but for now, meme magic is real. Okay, well, that was cool. Okay, we've got some things to talk about. We have got some things to talk about. So, one, Yoshi's fucking island is not real, which is a shame. Okay, alright, so that was a really, really disappointing direct. But I want you to keep a couple things in mind. One, Bayonetta 3 and Metroid Prime 4 are still in development. We know those are real. They're happening. We didn't see them today, but they're coming. Maybe we'll see them next year at E3. Maybe we'll see them before then. So those are two games I'm thinking about, just like I'm thinking about those beans. So that's good. That's good. At least we know we have those. Animal Crossing confirmed for 2019 is great. We don't know what it looks like. That's okay. It's happening as long as, you know, people have their confirmation. And we have a year, too. I mean, Nintendo can delay stuff. That's cool. But at the same time, we know there's an Animal Crossing. It's a main series game, assumedly. And it's coming 2019 to the Switch. Great. Awesome. Now we know. Now we know. Good. Okay. We've got a mainline Pokemon game next year, which we don't know anything about, which they're not going to show us until next year because they want to get let's get casual. They want to get that out of the way. They want to sell those. And I think it's going to sell really well. And fair enough. That's fine. I'm going to play it. I'll probably not love it, but next year's Pokemon I'll definitely be more excited about. Luigi's Mansion 3, really good announcement. That's something that I'm excited about. I loved Luigi's Mansion 2. I felt like it was a really good take on the series, and it evolved things further. Luigi's Mansion 3DS I will not be getting, nor will I be streaming it. I don't really care, because it's the first one, and that's fine. Whatever. The 3DS stuff is just more expected ports and stuff like that. So Luigi's Mansion 3, Animal Crossing, those are good announcements. And then Isabelle and Smash, which I memed into existence. Again, you can thank me later, or you can hate me later, whatever you want. I'll take the blame. I was hoping Stinky would be confirmed for Smash, or perhaps Scoot, of course, but, you know, it's cool to have more Animal Crossing representation in Smash. I still think that there's more characters, and I think there's going to be another Smash Direct before the game comes out. It's still a couple of months away, so I think there's going to be a Smash Direct in the next month or two, and we'll learn about the single player, learn about some other stuff, and the remaining character, or two characters, or three, or whatever. So, again, I don't think you should get your hopes up. Everyone wants Geno. Don't get your hopes up for Geno. That's all I'm going to say. It's probably going to be a shitty Pokemon. And I don't mean that like Pokemon are all shitty. I mean, it's going to be a shitty one. It's going to be the ice cream. So, yeah, I thought that Isabelle looked good. I'm glad it wasn't an Echo Fighter. It's just, I love Villager. Villager is one of my mains. I'm not really great with Villager, but I enjoyed playing as Villager. So maybe I'll enjoy playing, I'll enjoy playing as Isabelle. And, I mean, it looks like a fun character. So that's the good. I also really like the Final Fantasy announcements. Not that I need to play Final Fantasy 9 on the Switch, or 7, but it seems like Square is hitting the support hard, because Octopath was a success, so they're saying, holy shit, get as much stuff on this thing as possible. Final Fantasy VIII, that's a weird omission, because I do think Final Fantasy VIII is a good game. I know people have shit and they give it shit, and I get why. But when I replayed it like 5 years ago, I was like, whoa, this is actually not bad. The music is great. Some of the cutscenes are great. Some of the story elements are a little weird, but still good. It's not it's not a bad game, but I mean, 9 is my favorite, so that's perfect. Get that on there. 12 I've never played, so finding out that it's going to be portable on Switch, that might be my motivation to finally play Final Fantasy 12. So fine, those are again ports, but for people that have never played some of these games, I think that's good. Final Fantasy 7 for the first time on a Nintendo system, aside from like Cloud and Smash, pretty cool, I guess. That art style on Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition or whatever the fuck that is. I saw pictures of that previously. That is some of the ugliest shit I've ever seen. I'm sure some people out there are going to defend it. They're going to love it. Great. And I know it took Square like years and years and years of resources and development to make Final Fantasy 15. So of course they're going to ride it out, and they're going to try to get versions of it on everything they can so that they can maximize their profits and outreach. It makes sense. I get it. But man, does it look ugly. Also, Crystal Chronicles is an announcement we already knew about. Can I just say, I've never completed Crystal Chronicles because it's fucking impossible to get everybody together for it. 1. 2, you got to get the Game Boys and the link cables together. No. And 3, the game is actually pretty substantial, and it's just, it's hard to continue getting everybody together for that kind of thing. So I remember I probably got like 50% through it twice, and then I just kind of gave up. But that's a good release. So there's some good ports. I mean, ideally you want new games, but hearing about a port like Crystal Chronicles is really, with online multiplayer, that's the kind of shit I want to see on the Switch. I want to see ports of games that could have online or like real improvements on the system. If I'm going to get a port, I'm going to get one like that. That'll make me happy. I was hoping for a Metal Gear thing, but again, Konami just, I don't know, they don't exist anymore. Or a Castlevania collection. Capcom, they're putting these arcade games, like we saw the beat-em-ups. I don't really care about the beat-em-up games. Some people probably love them, obviously, because they're putting them on there. I would have preferred a Castlevania collection, but since we're not getting that, whatever. Whatever. That online service announcement, laughable. I don't know anything new, aside from a couple more games, and most of them were just like embarrassing sports games. Listen, I rail on Nintendo for this. I love their games. I love a lot of the stuff they make. They confuse me, and they make a lot of bad, weird decisions. This online service, they had all this time to get it ready. And if they wanted to really sell me on it, they would just do a really good online game with it and use that game to showcase the service. They did not do that today. Instead, we see some NES games which did not age well. You do not want to go back and play online golf on the NES. Maybe you do. Good for you. But, I mean, it's so pointless. There's like 10 minutes, 20 minutes of entertainment, and then you're done. I grew up with NES. I love the games that I grew up with. But I can really only play Zelda, Zelda 2, Metroid, Mario 1, 2, and 3, Mega Man, Castlevania, Contra maybe. There's a couple. There's some good NES games that are still pretty fun, but I still wouldn't necessarily, and most of them aren't online capable, so they're not winning me over with their service. That's not something I expected to be won over with, and I haven't been. $60 NES controller thing, that is just bizarre and pointless, but of course people are going to buy it because limited edition or because people want to collect it, and that's cool, but $60 is a lot. So again, online service did nothing. That was a terrible announcement, and they had all this time to prep this service, and there's still no incentive. Hey, remember all those games that you played? That's what they showed. They showed old games that people have been playing for free on the Switch for this long, and they're saying, hey, remember those games? Do you want to pay for them now? So, whatever. Couple of good updates: Splatoon and Mario Kart, or I wish Mario Kart, and Mario Tennis. So they're still supporting some of their games. Mario U, I kind of felt like something like that was going to happen. And again, it makes sense to pad out the library and to bring over some stuff that people maybe didn't play because the Wii U had such a low install base. But I really don't think that's the strongest in the Mario series. I think the new Super Mario Brothers series is a bit bland and weak overall. They're decent. They play well, some of them, and they're fun to go through the first time. I don't want to go through them again. And how about this? How about New Super Mario Brothers Wii as well as the U game? That would probably sweeten the deal a bit, but as it is, it's just U and Luigi U. I don't get it. It's fine, but I don't want it. So, what else? I don't know if I have any other thoughts, really. Again, there's some good stuff on there. We got Luigi's Mansion, we got Animal Crossing, the Final Fantasy stuff is kind of cool. Yeah, there's a couple things that I like. Katamari looks great. I want that. I've played Katamari. I've never finished a Katamari game. I have not played that one, so I'm going to definitely play it. Mario Party continues to look good. Whoa, that was a cool voice crack. Here, let me kazoo the voice cracks out of my system. I'm good now. Katamari looks good. Mario Party looks good. The online mode, I know it's a limited online mode, but it's still something. It's a step in the right direction. The board game stuff looks good. So, I mean, we're going to have Mario Party and Smash for this year. This is going to be the year where, like last year, we had the good single-player games for the Switch. We had Zelda. We had Mario Odyssey. I mean, granted, there was ARMS and Splatoon and stuff, too, and Mario Kart. But those are the big ones, Mario and Zelda. This year, we get Smash and Mario Party. Hopefully, Mario Party's good. Smash, we know, is going to be good. So, I think by the end of this year, the Switch is going to have a lot of good things to choose from. Not crazy about the Pokemon game. I said this before. Listen, I'm getting it. I don't know why I'm getting it. Maybe because I just want the punishment. And I do plan on checking it out live on stream. Something tells me that's not going to be a recurring stream. If something tells me I'm going to do it once or twice and that's it. It just feels like there's too many steps backwards. And every time I read another little thing about it, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. So it's going to sell. People are going to like it. There's going to be a nostalgia thing to it. But for me, it's kind of just there. Someone said, you said the same thing about Skyrim and Bloodborne. Dude, this is Bloodborne we're talking about. I mean, sometimes, listen, I could be wrong. I don't know how things go. Sometimes I feel a certain way and I want to stream a game and I want to continue playing a game. Bloodborne was one of those games, and Skyrim was too funny not to continue. There were too many fucked up amazing moments that I had to continue with. But I just don't know if Pokemon's going to have that appeal for me. You know. So we'll see. And then you have Starlink, which actually ends up looking a little bit better every time I see it. The people that have played the game that actually ended up telling people about it and saying that they got their hands on it, had good impressions. I will definitely say that the game looks a bit generic. It's a generic space shooter based on toys. But once I got the gameplay footage, once I started hearing about the impressions, it felt more and more like, okay, this could be a fun game. The Star Fox thing, obviously, I made a joke about that during E3. I was like, oh, I guess everybody cares about this game now because Fox is in it. And the thing about that is, I'm actually one of those people. So I fell into my own trap. I played myself. Congratulations. You know, I'm going to wait for the reviews. I'm going to wait for impressions. I'm going to wait for more gameplay videos. And I'm going to see what kind of game it is before I decide to invest in it. The reason I have interest in it is because it is a game where you can actually, you don't need motion controls and you can like fight in space and you can like attack without using a second screen. And it feels like a mission-based free roam shooter. And they're building a story for the Star Fox characters. They're not just ham-boning them in. What does ham-boning mean? Ham-fisting them in. They're going to have their own story, and they're going to have their own missions. So I make no guarantee that I will play or stream Starlink. I'm going to wait until it gets closer to launch. And if it ends up being something interesting that I might have fun with, then maybe I'll check it out. But I will say again, the more I did, because I didn't, during the E3 reveal, I knew nothing about it. I knew that there were toys and that was it. And the more I see it, the more I think to myself, what if this ends up being good? Ubisoft did a good job with Mario and Rabbids to the point where I streamed and played through all of it and then did the DLC. And I really had a good time with it, as opposed to what could have been a really embarrassing and awful experience. But it wasn't. It was actually pretty good. Any other thoughts on the Direct that you guys want me to talk about real quick? Or the HD Rumble boob game is out? What? Oh, Yoshi. Yoshi looks good. I'm going to forget about the boob game. Yeah, Yoshi looks good. Yoshi's Woolly World was really good. And it was a game that wasn't baby mode, and it wasn't Yoshi's New Island level of embarrassing. It was a solid 2D platformer, and I think the best Yoshi game I played since Yoshi's Island. So if they could manage to recapture some of that, and it looks like they got a couple gimmicks in there, but the game looks pretty solid. Hopefully it'll be on the more challenging side, because Woolly World was challenging to some extent, but it could have gone a little bit further maybe. I know Donkey Kong Country is the main series that, now is the difficult platformer that Nintendo has, which, by the way, Retro, where are you? You're still gone, I guess. So if we're not going to get more Dong, then I'll take Yoshi, but I would, prefer if the game was challenging. But it looks good visually. It has a nice theme. I like the idea of flipping the world around and, checking out different areas from a different perspective. How about Toadette equals Peach confirmed? I don't know what the fuck that was. Thoughts on Isabelle not being an Echo Fighter? Great. Give her her own moveset. That's awesome. Let's see. Anything else? Thought on invincibility mode in Mario U? I don't really... It was already there. So... What kind of games would you be happy to see? For me, I would like to see Link's Awakening revision or Paper Mario 64 HD. I would like to see a Paper Mario that's legit. And I would also like to see Link's Awakening in the style of Link Between Worlds. There were some rumors of something like that, but since we're not getting it, then so be it. As I said, the mech game, I don't really love mechs and big giant fighting robots that much, but the game looks like it has it has something going on, and it looks interesting. I say interesting as like a kind of a default word for it has piqued my interest. It's still not something I'm like, oh yeah, definitely gonna pick that up, but it's there and it looks good and it looks like it could be fun. So I wait for more. I sleep and then I wake when I find out more. And if it ends up being like a surprise, like sleeper hit, then maybe I'll check it out. But it's not the game that's winning me over. The stuff that won me over, you already know about. And then the two glaring omissions, Metroid Prime 4 and Bayonetta 3, I'm hoping we'll start to see more from them early next year and during E3. And then hopefully we'll get some surprises and, we begin the cycle of Mario and Zelda again in the next 2 years. But, listen, new games, new IP are always good. And some, part of me was expecting, speaking of the cycle, I was expecting Pikmin, but we didn't see any Pikmin. So no Pikmin. Maybe one day. Cities Skylines is a great game. And considering it's out now, I'm sure people are going to be talking about it and, going over it and looking for, how does it run? How does it play? It looked like a PS2 game. I get that there's a lot going on, and it's probably a miracle that they even got that on the Switch. And again, a game like that where you build cities, you don't really think about frame rates, but you also want it to look good. It looked really not good. Civilization looked good, but that did not look good. I mean, frame rates aside, because most of the frame rate issues in my reckoning were on Twitch's end. Twitch, when you stream, and also I'm streaming a stream, and so I'd imagine the frame rates get even more crusty in the interim. But I do think that given the Switch's capabilities, running a game like City Skyline is tough, and they had to cut back on a lot of the effects. You can see the lighting was really, really toned down, and maybe the draw distance and just the detail on the buildings looked really lame. So while there are a lot of games that would work well on the Switch, I'm not so sure about that one. So, and for whoever said Mega Man 11, you want me Town? I don't know what that really was. I'll be honest, it looked kind of generic. Didn't really do anything for me. We'll see. But I'm going to say that Mega Man 11 is an example of a game that I had to play the demo to be more convinced, because it does look just a little lacking. It's the art style isn't as gross as Mighty Number 9 by a long shot, but it has some questionable decisions visually. So playing it made me appreciate it more, and the level of fun I had with it was what made me want to pick it up. So I think I will play that when it comes out, because I think I'll be very interested to see the rest of the levels, including Clown Man or other clown, balloon clown person. So, are you still feeling sick? I'm feeling a lot better now, thanks. I'm still a little bit, it's still there a bit, but I think I'll be okay. Vinny, the next Smash character will be 69. Thoughts? Who is the sex character in Nintendo history? Who do we associate with sex appeal? Waluigi. Clearly. Everyone is saying that. All right, good. Well, then there you go. That's confirmed. How about the Katamari King? Now that we know Katamari is coming to Switch. So I guess that's about it. I don't really have anything else to talk about. I talked about everything. Good direct, also bad direct. But at least we have some stuff to look forward to. And yeah. Vinny, I'm not trying to call you out or anything, but when you call Starlink generic space shooter, what other games are you using as a frame of reference? Starlink seems pretty unique from what I've seen. I guess the game itself, when I first saw it, when it was first revealed, it just felt like, it didn't have a lot of character. I don't know. I can't really tell you why I would think that. It just looked a bit bland. And even the Star Fox edition, it didn't win me over right away. I was still prepped. I guess my expectations of the game were set in a way that I didn't give it a chance, because you buy toys, which apparently you don't have to do. The more I looked at it, the more I said to myself, okay, it looks a little bit more unique. The only thing I'm worried about is there's a lot of hover strafing mode, whereas in Star Fox it's all about flying straight ahead and doing all range mode. And a lot of the time you spend on the planets in Starlink seems to be you're in a hovercraft, and you have to strafe around and just blast the thing over and over and over and over again. I'm a little bit worried about the bullet spongy nature of some of the enemies. So even though I'm more warm to it now, and I do think the game has a little bit of charm and it looks better than I originally envisioned, I'm going to say that I have a couple fears about it, which is why I'm still not sure about it, and I'm going to wait because, you know, it could go either way. So, you know, again, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I do the best I can. Vinny, is there any hope for a new F-Zero? I think after today's Direct, you know, Luigi's Mansion's coming back. We have Animal Crossing. I don't think you should expect anything else from Nintendo for a little while. There's a lot of stuff they could draw from. Kid Icarus, F-Zero. I think we could, you know, Metroid being gone for so long and now coming back, that's a good thing. I just say, for now, we're not going to see anything for a while. And I think they're going to focus on their big franchises first, and then maybe we'll get a couple of the smaller ones. I do think F-Zero could come back, and I do think it will be good with an online mode. I wouldn't be surprised if we do eventually see an F-Zero for Switch down the road, but not this year and not next year. So. And I guess for real now, that's about it. So there you go. That's the Nintendo Direct. I enjoyed it mostly, and I enjoyed this discussion. So we'll come back later. I'm going to be streaming around 11 p.m. Eastern. I said 10 p.m. Eastern yesterday, but I never mind that mistake. 11 p.m. Eastern tonight, I'll be back with Metal Gear Solid 2, where I will finish the game. It's the final stream. The circle will be complete, and I will have streamed all of the Metal Gear Solid games of the main series. So that's something you want to check out if you've been following the series. And also around 1 a.m. So basically after I'm done with Metal Gear Solid, I'm going to do something a little dopey and kind of fun, I hope. So you might want to come back for that. All right. So thanks again, everybody. I'm glad Animal Crossing exists. It's been summoned into existence. You can put your cards away now. It's real. I also have an exclusive screenshot from the new Animal Crossing game right here. Okay. Okay, goodbye.